you are having these dreams that keep reoccurring and you don't know the meaning behind it. I'm assuming that you searched on Google and there's so many generic answers out there that none of those answers apply to you, and you don't feel that resonance within you, right? And you are ready, and you want to really understand the meaning behind the dreams that you are having. So if that's you and if that's what you are looking for, I'm inviting you to keep watching this video as I share with you some of my personal experiences with dreams. My name is Desirée, and welcome to my channel. So I remember I've always had some really real dreams, right? Those dreams where you wake up and that dream feels so real to me. That dream seems so real to you that that feeling is still with you, and you wake up crying, and you wake up with frustration, and you wake up with anger, and you have all these emotions as that dream was really real to you. And you go to work and you go about your day and you share that with someone and they say, oh, it was just a dream, right? As dreams are not real. So in this process of learning more about my own dreams, I created this understanding with my own dreams, and that's why I'm recording this video, because I want to share what I've learned with you so you can also apply that into your own life. So I was just going through a breakup, right? And I kept having dreams about certain specific moments in my relationship with that person. And what I remember that I started doing right after I woke up, and I still like had that feeling inside of me. I was still like mad at that certain situation and why that specific thing was happening. And I was trying to understand, like, why do I still have these dreams? Like, why is this person, why is my ex still showing up in my dreams? And what is the message? What is the meaning behind it? And even if I wanted to find the reasons, I would not find that on Google, right? Because Google doesn't have my story. It doesn't have the feelings that I have inside of me. And I was the one that had that. I was the one that had that wisdom inside of me. And I remember like waking up, and in the morning I would grab my phone. So you can do the same thing. As I was grabbing my phone and I was just sharing with my phone, I was recording an audio and saying my dream out loud. And I would say my dream out loud, and I would ask myself, what do I need to learn from this dream? What is it, the pattern that is happening in this dream that I need to learn from? And in that moment, I remember receiving inspiration as to what I needed to gain from that dream. I would put myself in that situation, and the situation that was happening in the dream, right? For example, was a part of me that I was ashamed of. And what could I do at that moment if I was still feeling it? If I was still feeling that shame and that guilt in my dreams from that situation, and that was still reoccurring, and that was still causing an effect in my body, it was because that was still affecting me somehow, right? And what I started to do was, based on the dream that I had and based on the feelings that I had, I started to take actions. If I perceived me in that situation as someone that I would be ashamed of, I would forgive myself. I would forgive that part of me that act the way that it did in my dream, based on the situation that have happened in the past based on the pattern that was happening in my old relationship. And I would forgive that part of me. I would forgive that situation. I would forgive my behavior. I would forgive the person or the way that they show up in my dream as. I I would talk to that part of me, and I would finish the conversation with the person if I needed to. Uh, not in not I would not reach out to them and finish the conversation with them, but I would do that so with myself, and I would invite their spirit into my space, and I would have a conversation. I would finish that conversation specifically through the dream that I had. I would say everything that needed to be said to them, so I wouldn't have those feelings and those resentments inside of me. And when I started to do that, I started to notice that I was much more kindness with myself and gentle, because I was forgiving parts of me that was still somehow tormenting me in my dreams, right? Because if I was dreaming that, if I was still remembering that in the morning, it for sure had a message for me that was for sure something from that dream that I needed to take from. And when I started to do that, when I started to heal with my dreams, I started to become more grateful for them. And even dreams that I would consider a nightmare, because nightmares are usually dreams that when we have really intense feelings that we don't want to feel, feelings that we don't want to experience. And sometimes people call those nightmares, right? And because those feelings are so real to you, and that you are scared of, and you don't want to feel that. But when you wake up in the morning, you still have that part of you, like that remember that, oh, I had this nightmare and I felt really scared, and all that all that I wanted was to go away. But what if the nightmares that you were having, what if the nightmares that you want to go away are actually parts of you that you need to integrate with yourself? What if those nightmares are parts of you that you need to forgive about yourself? What if those nightmares are actually a person that is still attached to you, and it's still, you still need to let this person go, you still need to forgive that person, right? What if those nightmares are actually just parts of you and feelings that are inside of you that needs to be released? And when those dreams show up, when those feelings are still alive within you, and people say like, oh, it was just a nightmare, it's normal to have nightmares. What if it's not? What if those nightmares, and what if those moments that happen in your dream are just to show you where you need to heal, where you need to let it go, what do you need to let it go, right? And that's how I love when I have a dream where I can remember. And because I learned so much about myself, I learned so much about other people and situations in my life, and what do I need to change inside of me. What part of me do I need to integrate and forgive and accept? Like to integrate also the positive aspect of the dreams, right? For example, last night I had a real dream where I woke up in the middle of the night, and it was like I was facing a part of me that I didn't like. I didn't like when that used to happen in real life. I had this dream where I called someone, right? And and then like the person didn't acknowledge that they answered the call, and they are still talking, right? But they don't know that you are on the line. And in my dream, this person was talking about me, right? They were talking about me in that dream, and they were saying certain things about me that I didn't wanted to hear, but I was listening to it. And at that moment I felt really sad because I didn't want to hear that. I didn't want to hear what the people were talking about me, because that was a pattern that used to happen in my childhood. I remember uh, hearing my mom and my dad and people in my family talking about me, things that I didn't like it, parts of me that I didn't accept about myself, parts of me that I just didn't want to listen to, right? And I didn't want that to be true. And and when I had this dream last night, I realized that that was the fear that I was having. The fear of, I was facing that fear of actually hearing the truth, seeing the truth in people, right? And and noticing that sometimes we don't have to please everyone. It's not everyone that is gonna like us. And that's okay if people don't like us. And the gift is in the truth, is in you finding the truth, right? You don't have to, I'm learning that right now, that I don't have to please everyone. There is not everyone that is gonna like me. And for me, that was something that was really hard to accept, that people don't like me sometimes. And even that sometimes I don't like people. We don't have to like every single person. It's okay to not like someone. It doesn't mean that you're a bad person if you don't like someone. And for me, that's what I'm learning right now, to recognize that sometimes people are not just, they are just not gonna like me, and I don't have to prove them wrong. I don't have to do anything to change their mind about me. If they don't like me, they have their own reasons, and they have their own stories inside of them as to what they don't like me, and I don't have to change myself or to not be myself so that person will like me. And and that's what I really like learned from that dream last night, is that I can see the truth, and as I can see the truth as it is. I don't have to create stories or not want to see the truth and remain in situations and around people that do not like me, right? And it's up to me to change that. And it's up to me, it's my choice. I have the choice to choose to not be and remain in situations where it's not healthy for me. And that's what I really wanted to share with you, that you can start to do that for yourself. You can start to learn so much from your dreams. You don't have to let Google define the meaning of your dreams and what it means to you. You have the answers inside of you, and you can use that for your goodness. You can use that for your good, and you can use that to empower yourself and to know and to feel that you have the answers inside of you. No one can do that for you. I can tell you anything that you want to hear, but if it does not resonate with you, with your truth, and with whatever you have inside of you, it's not gonna do any good for you, right? So I want to invite you to be curious and to search the answers inside of you, and talk to people about your dreams, and try to see from different perspectives. And when you hear a different perspective, search inside of you if that's true, if that resonates with you, right? And sometimes people have great insights into the things that they see, but if that does not resonate with you, uh, it's okay, right? And you can still take something from the perspective that someone else gave it to, like offered you, right? But you don't have to make that your own reality if that's not your reality. And I also would like to, let's see what else I would like to share with you about dreams. Just pay attention to how you feel about the dreams, and search for the answer. And if the feeling is still inside of you, that is something from this dream that you really need to take from. There's a message, a lesson, wisdom, a part of you that needs to be seen and needs to be expressed and it needs to be felt. Sometimes people say follow your dreams, right? But if we have this association as a dream is just a dream, dreams are not a reality, right? Dreams are just happen when we're sleeping. And if I have a dream, this means that's not real, that is not truth, that this cannot become truth. But so this idea of dreams really contradicts contra- contradicts each other, right? Because sometimes people say follow your dreams, and some people say like, hey, dreams are not like, they are not real, like, oh, don't pay attention to your dreams, it was just a dream, right? And what if you have inside of you this dream life that you want, but your definition of dreams are like not real? Like, if I dream to have something, if I dream to be someone or to do certain thing, and but that's just a dream, I cannot do that. Like, is just this dream? But that's not true. Dreams do come to reality, and we don't have to be ashamed of our dreams. We don't have to be ashamed of the potential that we see in ourselves, and we don't have to just to wait until someone sees that part of us, right? To actually start to become who we truly dream to be, who we truly know that we are. Because if we see ourselves as being someone much bigger than we actually are, or much more strong than we are currently being, right? But we see ourselves as this strong person that is really confident and is really in their power. We see that, and we dream of being that because we see that in other people and we want that. But we believe that that's just a dream, and that dreams are not real, that I'm not like the person that I am in my dreams, because yeah, it's just a dream. But what I'm sharing with you right now is that listen to that inner voice, listen to that inner calling inside of you, and realize that you are much more than what people tell you that you are. You are your dreams, and you can transform your life, and you can be who you always knew that you were. And that part of you is not just a dream. That's who you really, really are. And I want to leave you with that. And I want to leave you with this curiosity to find out more about your own dreams. And if you have any comments, if you have any questions, drop them below in the comments, and I'm gonna get back to you, and we can connect and talk more about your dreams, and we can really dig deeper, and if you'd like to, right? And yeah, I'm grateful for you, and I'm grateful that you took the time to learn more about your dreams and be curious about them. And yeah, I just want to send you so much love, and I really hope that you have a beautiful day today. And bye. I hope to see you another day.